one.
Oh, yeah.
So they got to trade some people. I really don't see New York as an option. Like, I see if he does go to New York, Brooklyn, I can see. I think Brooklyn would be a better option than the New York Knicks itself. I think they're in a better position than the Knicks. Like, I think they got a better talent overall. They got Dinwiddie under contract. Karis LeVert, they're saying he's going to be coming back from his dislocated ankle, so it's not too serious. Allen I like him. I like him as a defensive center. That's one of those centers where he doesn't demand the ball on offense. He's going to play great defense, rebounds well. He's one of those centers that you need. He's a championship level center, and where you don't have to build a team around him, but he fits in perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
He could be your Tyson Chandler.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's a good comparison. So I like what they're doing there. They got a solid bench, and then they got cap space. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Kyrie over the summer. But I could definitely see him move to LA. I can definitely see him going back and pairing with LeBron, and that'd be interesting. That'd be real interesting to see. Oh yeah, and then did you want to talk about Harden? I know that's your man.
Man,
actually, I do want to talk about Harden.
Ain't nothing to say about Harden, man.
So what is he on? He's like, what? Is it 15 straight games of 35 plus or some shit like that?
I think it's his 16th 30-point game or something like that. Yeah. What do you want to say about Harden? Then?
Okay, so I'm going to ruffle some feathers here. All right. What we're seeing from Harden is great. What we're seeing from Harden is historic. What we're seeing from Harden is all time. We haven't seen this since Kobe back 10 years ago, maybe more than that. So he's definitely putting up great numbers, and I'm very, very impressed. If you want to call him your MVP for right now, I get it. And, I understand it. But I think everybody is kind of overreacting with James Harden right now. One, he's literally the only thing that they have going on offense. So he has the ultimate green light right now to do whatever he wants on the offensive end of that court. Two, with that being said, he is gunning because he has to. All right. It's a valid reason why he's doing it, but he is gunning right now, and he's putting up crazy historic numbers. And he got the Houston Rockets back into playoff contention. Right now, they're currently 5th in the West with a record of 25-19. He's having a great historic scoring run, and he's also getting a great assist right now. But for people that's saying like this is the greatest run of all time, and he's hands down the league's MVP and all this other jazz,
I think
it's an overreaction.
Are you mad because Ben Simmons ain't in this conversation?
Not at all.
Are you mad because Embiid is not in this conversation?
Which he should be, but not at all.
Like, it's James Harden. Like, he's literally doing everything in his power to get this team a W.
Yeah.
It's not only scoring. Like, it's just that people can't fathom the fact of someone scoring that many points in this many amount of games consistently. That's the only thing. Like, he's not just scoring, though.
It's not that people can't fathom it. It's just that we haven't seen it since Kobe. Like, it's not like this hasn't been done before. We've seen great scoring streaks from great players. We've seen it from Kobe Bryant. We've seen it from Allen Iverson. We've seen this happen. It's just now that is James Harden's turn. The danger with it, though, is that because he has to do so much for his team right now, he's going to wear himself out. And he's not going to be as efficient and as good when it really counts in the playoffs. That's my only concern right now with the streak. Now, as a fan of the sport of basketball, I'm enjoying it. I love what he's doing. It's great. Like, anytime you can turn on James Harden. Max Kellerman said yesterday that Kyrie Irving is the most entertaining player in basketball.
Shout out to Max Kellerman, yo. You know he used to rap?
Yeah, I seen his freestyle. I seen his video. Max Kellerman said that Kyrie Irving is the most entertaining player in basketball right now. I disagree. I think it's James Harden. Anytime you could turn on a Houston Rockets game, you're going to see a show from Harden. But he may be able to keep this up for another month or so. But when it comes down the stretch, even when Chris Paul gets healthy, even when Clint Capella comes back eventually from, he got a broken thumb.
Yeah.
Eventually, when he comes back from that,
man, dude,
Gordon's back.
Yeah, he just came back, but he said his knee is still sore.
So he's not going to be able to keep this up, man. And he's not going to be able to do this in the playoffs.
By then, we should be healthy though.
If he is healthy, he's going to be drained.
No, we as in the team should be healthy. So,
but how much is he going to have left? Is the question.
Man, he gonna be good, man. We ain't even gonna need him to do all that.
Because we seen in the playoffs, James Harden, he does this shit in the regular season, and then playoffs come around, and he doesn't do the same thing.
Man,
and that's a fact.
It all it takes is one good time.
One good time for what?
For him to show y'all that, hey, man, you know I can get over this hump. Shit, how long it take Peyton to get over that hump? You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. Just give him some time.
I don't know, man.
He's 29. He figured it out. 31, 32.
I hope he does figure it out. But, I mean, shit. Is it going to be this year? Because now you got Golden State. Are they beating them?
Yes.
You got LeBron and the Lakers.
No brainer.
You got the Nuggets. You got the Thunder.
Something about them.
I think like we talked
something about the Thunder, man. I don't know.
We talked about it last week. If Houston window has closed, and I think last year was their opportunity to get theirs.
Nah, our window ain't closed, but it's getting close.
I'm very interested in seeing what happens. How the rest. I want to see how long he can keep this up, and I hope he does because I'm like I said, I'm enjoying it. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping that Dan Antoni realizes that he's wearing out his best player, and I hope he gives him a break. I think if you're Houston, you're going to have to kind of start sacrificing some games to make sure that Harden is fresh when it comes to games that really matter. Because playoff time, like seeding, they're probably going to be what? Right now they're fifth.
Mm-hmm.
They can literally finish anywhere from fucking third to eighth.
I'm okay with finishing right now because then we'll have Portland. We all know Portland ass. They fold. Portland buns. They got no defense.
Yeah, I like Portland though, man. I like them guards. I like that backcourt, man.
They got to break that shit up. Man.
I like Dame. They're too small. They are. They too small.
Break that shit up.
Dame and CJ. Shout out to CJ McCollum. Shout out to his podcast, Pull Up Podcast. But that backcourt is really small. They're great offensively. I love their ball movement. They both can shoot, handle the rock, score. Nurkic is having a great season, so that gives him a presence down low.
He had an OD game like 2 weeks ago or something. 20,
25 rebounds or some shit like that.
He went 25, 25, 5, 5, and 5. That's, God damn.
He definitely put up some 2K numbers.
Nuts.
So we'll see, man. But I'm thinking like we got to slow down on the heart and stuff, man.
Bugging.
I think we do.
Nah, man, not yet.
Because I mean, at this point, Harden
he's getting an MVP.
He's kind of getting judged on. I don't know about that. I still want to make him my MVP.
So you're still taking who right now?
I'll still take Giannis over him. I still think Giannis will be MVP over him. Maybe James Harden second right now, but I'll still put LeBron.
I can't take nobody out the East. Sorry.
Why not?
East ass.
How?
East is ass.
I'll tell you this: the East. Top 5 teams in the East is better than the top 5 teams in the West. And the only team in the West that you could say is really better than them is the Warriors.
Ooh.
Like the Bucks will beat the Nuggets. The Raptors can beat the Thunder. The Sixers will beat the shit out of the Trailblazers, even though they did kill us. Without Embiid. I do want to mention that.
Even though they did kill us.
And I think the Celtics would beat the Rockets.
Now, if you
want to talk about the full spectrum of the Western Conference, like they're a deeper squad because then you got the Spurs, Clippers, Lakers, Jazz, Kings is playing decent ball, and then in the East you got Miami, Brooklyn, Hornets, and Pistons.
But look at how top heavy the East is.
It is. It's extremely top heavy.
Like the 13th team in the West has 20 wins. Like look at the 13th team, and they only got 10 wins, bro. Like the 13th team over there would be the 9th team in the East. Do you realize that the 15th team, the worst team, would actually be better than 3 teams over there?
Yeah, like, it's crazy.
It's too deep.
Listen.
The West is way too deep.
I agree
with legitimately talented teams.
I
not
agree
just players.
That the West is a deeper conference. That's not even for debate. But if we're talking like you take the best teams out of the East and put them against the best teams out of the West, the only team that you can legitimately say will beat an Eastern Conference top team would be the Warriors in a 7-game series.
So in the event that the Warriors lose 3 starters and miss the finals, the East is winning it no matter what.
If that's happened to the Warriors, I'm putting my money on the Eastern Conference team to win in the finals.
No matter who comes out.
No matter if it's the Bucks, the Raptors, the Sixers.
No matter who comes out.
I will put my money on the East. I'll put my money on the East at that point.
If the Warriors don't make the finals by some godforsaken reason,
I will pick the Eastern Conference team to win that finals.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
We got it marked down.
Okay. It's on the record. All right, bet. All right, so basketball segment there. And, let's go ahead and transition into championship weekend. NFL playoffs. Actually, before we do that, let's talk about the divisional round. Let's talk about those games. By the way, for those who listened last week, I was 4-0. Just want to throw that out there. Ed, what did you finish last week?
1-3.
Say that one more time, please.
1-3.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So just want to get that clear. So the week before that wild card round, I was 1-3. So I ain't gonna clown you too much.
I was 2-2. I think. Yeah. So I'm 5 and what is that? 5-7, 5-8, something like that. 5-7.
Right. So last week, great games. Like I said, I'm 4-0, so pick them all right. So listen to me this upcoming week. But last week, I want to go ahead and break down.
That was 3-5. Yeah, my math is all over the place.
Yeah, we did a shot at E&J before this, so fuck it. So first game last week was Indy against the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs, they dominated that game. Honestly, man, it honestly wasn't close. The final score was 13-31, and it really wasn't that close. Like Kansas City from jump, Indy couldn't do nothing. The way that Kansas City defense dominated that game, I was highly shocked. I was expecting a shootout. I didn't think KC was going to be able to stop Andrew Luck in that running game. And I thought that Patrick Mahomes was going to get off against that Indy defense. And I thought I had it coming down to like the final possession. But I was wrong about that in terms of that. Like KC's front seven, they stuffed the run. They got consistent pressure on Andrew Luck. And they controlled the line of scrimmage with their running game. So did you watch that game?
Yes.
What did you think about it?
I watched the first half of that game. And I didn't expect what I saw. The defense really did pull that what was it, the Colts 2006 right out of the feet, because they were the 28th ranked defense, 27th I think,
and
on
nobody
the season.
Nobody was respecting it,
and they pulled out. It wasn't even just the fact that it was a good offensive game. It was a great defensive game for them, which was very surprising and very, very compelling for a team that has been ridiculed all season long. So the stars on the defense did step up, and I can really, really appreciate a great game that's going to take place Sunday.
The thing with another thing, like the touch point on again, like you say, the story of this game was that Kansas City defense, the way that they played. The big thing with this game was that the Indianapolis Colts had probably the best offensive line in this playoffs. And if you watch that game on Saturday, it didn't look like it, because Andrew Luck was consistently getting sacked, getting pressured, getting hit, and very impressive. I was very impressed to see what the game plan that the Chiefs defensive coordinator came up with. And then on the offensive side, they ran the ball very well. They ran for almost 200 yards, with Damian Williams leading the way with 25 carries, 129 yards and a touchdown. They did a great reversal to Tyreek Hill. He took it for 36 yards for a touchdown. And now you're going to be getting Spencer Ware back potentially, so they'll be able to have that two-headed monster. And Patrick Mahomes, he played great. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't throw no touchdowns either, but he controlled the clock. He picked up very key first downs. He put them in position to score, and then when it was in the red zone, they typically punched it in. So he found his targets. Like, I thought Travis Kelce was going to be a key to this game, and I was right on that one. He has 7 catches for 108 yards. He has some very good third down catches. And shout out to Andy Reid. He came up with a great game plan to beat this